Hey guys, so I had somebody ask me to come on and talk a little bit about eating for the chakras. So eating foods that balance your energy. Now I'm not a nutritionist, and I just have to say that as a disclaimer. I just learned how to eat for me, and this works for me, so I'm going to share a little bit of information with you. And hopefully I'll make more videos about this um, to come, because I love to cook. Cooking is a labor of love for me. I love to cook for the people that I love, and I also love to cook for myself. Um, I started my cooking journey probably, I don't know, 4 years ago, and I started really getting into healthier foods and kind of steering away from meat. Um, I'm not completely vegetarian or completely vegan, but I will say that I tend to gravitate more towards now, more towards my veggies. And because I do energy work and because I do the work that I do, um, I tend to kind of intuitively listen to my body. Like, what does it need? I love to go in the supermarket and um, pick and choose, intuitively what. And I just, if you ever try that, you should do that. I feel like our bodies know intuitively what colors we need for, our energy. What is the most nutritious fruit or vegetable that we can pick? I feel like we don't, this is like a subconscious thing that we don't consciously think about, but I feel like it's really important to choose and pick and choose your own fruits and vegetables, in the store, as opposed to like ordering them, because I feel like we know what we need. Um, Recently I made, well, it was yesterday, I made a meal that was geared towards the chakras, um, specifically the sacral chakra, the heart chakra, and the root chakra. Um, and I'm going to tell you how I made it. I don't know if I'm going to post like the specific recipes because it's super simple. Like, I love super simple. I love things with 5 ingredients or less. I know most of us don't have a lot of time, and also it's more cost efficient in the economy that we're in to have less ingredients. And it's better for us, really, unless you're using like whole ingredients, like less is more to me. So I love beets. They are nature's candy. They are so good for you. B vitamins, I could go on and on about the health benefits of them, but for your energy, for me, if you're not feeling grounded and you're not feeling, balanced in your root chakra, this is going to look like feeling unstable or feeling kind of like you need to feel like home or you need to feel grounded, that grounded energy. Root vegetables for me are helpful. So, one of my favorite root vegetables is beets. I love beets. They're messy, so you might want to get some gloves before you try to cook them. But my favorite way to do them is to buy them with the greens on them, okay? Cut the greens off, cut the top and the bottom off. Wash them really good because they usually have a lot of dirt on them. Save the greens, don't throw those away because those are delicious too. Um, so you want to take like a jelly roll pan is what I call it, and you get aluminum foil, the shiny side in, and however many beets you have, then you cut off some squares of aluminum foil. Set your oven to 400 and take your beets, put them in the center, like one beet in the center of a sheet of foil. You can put a little olive oil. You can put salt and pepper before you do it, but I find it doesn't really make sense to do that because once they come out of the oven, you're going to peel off the skins. So you can like season them later. And you really don't even need to put anything on there. The only thing that I need to put is like olive oil. You could use avocado oil, whatever you want to use. Now, oils have different smoke points and they get hotter easier. I like olive oil. It's pretty neutral. Anyway, you close up I feel like I should be doing a tutorial to show you what I do, and I feel like I'll probably do something like that soon. Anyway, close up the foil on each beet, and they're on your little jelly roll pan. You put them in the oven for about an hour, okay? take them out, undo your foil, let them cool. And once they're cool, then you take them and you just easily peel off the skins. They come off, like, it comes off super easy. You don't want to eat, the skins are not really, I don't like that. Anyway, and then you can cut them up into cubes. You can cut them into coins. You can, that'd be really something if you want to like do a little kitchen witchery with, like, root chakra grounding, having to do with money, because money is also, you know, a part of feeling secure in our lower chakras. Anyway, I like to cut them into cubes because you can put them in salads. You can eat them alone. You can heat them up and have them as a side. Anyway, they're delicious and they're super grounding. The next thing I did was butternut squash. Butternut squash is like orange in color. And that's the color of, oh, and the beets are also kind of red-ish. So say the root chakra is going to be that kind of reddish color. You could also say they're kind of purple. So you could do it for the third eye chakra if you wanted to. But they're root vegetables, so I specifically did them for the root. The sacral chakra. Okay, butternut squash is orange. The sacral chakra is orange in color. So we're kind of working with colors here, but also when it comes to root vegetables, rooted meaning root chakra. But butternut squash is really delicious, I've discovered, in the air fryer. Okay, all I did was peel it, cut the ends off, peel it, you half it, and you scoop out all the seeds because you don't want that. And then cut it into cubes, put it in the air fryer for at 400 for, I think I did it for like, I don't know, you might want to try. I think I did it for like 20 minutes. I'm not sure, but you kind of have to, I like to take it out, shake them up, put it back in. My air fryer is probably about medium, small to medium size. So it depends on what, you'll have to like look it up. You can Google easily, or you can look at your manual for your air fryer, but it's really good. They almost taste like potatoes, like almost like French fries. So they have this like really crispy outer layer. I did put olive oil, but I didn't season them until after they were done. And I feel like that made a big difference. So when I took them out, I put them in a bowl and I used garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, and paprika, and tossed it all up, and that it was delicious. So that for me is going to be, of course I have leftovers because it was a big butternut squash, so I'll be, kind of balancing my sacral chakra with that. Also, I use the greens from the beets because I don't like to waste anything. I come from humble beginnings, and, I was raised by a single mother, and then raised by my grandmother and my great-grandmother who lived through the Depression, so we didn't waste stuff. And I just feel like it's a good practice to use everything you have. And a lot of root vegetables have greens, and you can wash them very well, but you can use them. This recipe was braised greens, and it's kind of a southern thing we do, and I grew up kind of eating greens braised. So what I did was I washed them real good. Now, beet greens have a stem too, and the stem is delicious too. It's really tender. So I just cut it up into, like kind of bite-size-ish pieces, put olive oil in my pan, and then sauteed them with nothing. I didn't put any seasoning or anything yet. And just kind of sauteed them until they were kind of wilted down. And then I took veggie broth and just covered the top of them, like covered them to where they were submerged in the water. And I like to use a splash of vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar. You can use white vinegar. Just a splash, like, gives them this kind of tart flavor. And then I let them cook like that for a while, and then I seasoned them with garlic powder and onion powder. And sometimes I'll throw in just a pinch of nutmeg. I love garlic, but I just didn't have a lot of time. I would have thrown in some garlic, but I didn't do that. Anyway, so those were for the heart chakra because the heart chakra is green. So I'm looking forward to coming back on and making some videos about how to cook for your chakras and how to balance your energy with food, because I also have a passion for food. I love to cook, and I feel like you can put a lot of intention in your food. A lot of spices are magical in their own. I feel like cooking is magic too. And I would love to share that with you guys. It's just kind of, this is an evolving thing for me. So we'll see where it goes, but maybe I can make some tutorial videos for you guys on, we can talk about stuff about how to cook and, um, you know, how to be more mindful and intentional of what we're putting in our body and why. So I hope that helps somebody. If you have any questions, you can comment on this or send me a message. I have a ton of recipes that I can share, but that I'll come back on and maybe talk about in the future. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. If you made it to the end of this video, share, like, comment, let me know what you thought, and happy holidays.